Well, hi folks, this is JJ Quest for the JJ Quest Show, and I got a little story to tell you. It was when I was out in the oil fields up in, I think it was near Dickerson, about 80 miles north of Dickerson, one of the Dakotas. I don't know which Dickerson and South Dakota it was. Anyways, the deal is I got a job with a casing company out in the oil fields, and one of these areas was on a reservation. Now we had rumors, and they also told us, the company told us, that we were sometimes might get shot at by some of the individuals who were living on the reservation, because I guess the elders, they agreed to have us out there, but some of the young bucks did not, so they would shoot at the trucks. So anyways, that was another story. The fact is we finally get out there, and we're out there for about 3 or 4 days, and we're sitting in trucks and sleeping, and sometimes we would have to wait to get our job done. So there were long times, but at the same time, it was in the middle of February, right? February 2010, 11, things like that. Windy, snowy, just horrendous. And sometimes you would be working 18-hour days, and you would have maybe 4 hours of sleep, and then the next shift, and you could be working at 3 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of winter, snow coming down, wind, and whatever. Anyways, I keep on hitting my head. Anyways, the fact is that if you know anything about drilling out there, or especially casing, is that they drill the hole, and then they put a casing around it, like a metal straw. And the deal is that in order for us to put the casing on there, you had to drill the hole first, basically. So we had these 4-inch, we were drilling a 4-inch hole, so we had 4-inch drill pipes. And the only way you can get them on the floor of the rig was you had a machine, and the machine was it's called a trough, and then it had these jacks and the rack where you laid the pipes or the casing, depending on what you were doing. So we were drilling the hole, and we had these 4-inch, and these things were like 40 feet long, 6,000 pounds, solid, drill pipes. So they were pretty heavy. So basically, we were rolling them into the jacks, and these jacks had little things, maybe 3 of them, and they were strong enough, all built on hydraulics from a truck that we'd bring up there. You'd roll the pipe in the jacks would flip it up into a trough. The trough was on a cable, and the operator in the truck would drive that trough all the way to the floor of the rig. Okay, now, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. No sleep. I'm serious. Working 3 days straight with maybe, if you're lucky, you've got 8 hours of sleep. You are tired. Snow, 30 below, wind chill factor. You're hungry. Whatever you can imagine, you can imagine. But anyways, what the deal is that we were rolling those pipes, and now we had big thick gloves on, because there was no way, it was cold. So anyways, I'm on duty, and I'm rolling that 4-inch pipe in. They had one here, me on this side, and another guy on the other side. Well, anyways, what the deal is I rolled that 4-inch pipe into the jacks. It fell into the jacks. The jacks then flipped that into the trough. The operator in the truck then took that trough and throw it up there. Anyways, it came time to roll the other one into the jacks. Well, apparently what happened was, and it's just by accident, it was no one's fault. We rolled that pipe in there, it fell into the jacks, and then flipped it up into the trough, and it hit the trough just right. Now, a trough is almost like a half circle, long enough to hold the whole pipe. It went in there, hit the trough just right, come down like this, went up one side, and then came out the other, and came out. Right when it came out, I was rolling that other 4-inch pipe in there. And that thing come down and hit my finger, hit this finger. You can tell my difference in fingers here. It hit it. It crushed it. And I'll tell you what, I was afraid to take off my glove after I'd ran around the whole dang oil patch, yelling and screaming. I thought I'd lost my finger. And so did everybody else. They thought I'd done it too. So anyways, I slowly pulled that glove off, real slow like, thinking I was going to see something that was nasty. I pulled it off, and my finger, this one here, was this big around. It had crushed that finger. You know, it was amazing. It didn't crush my joint here, or this part, you know. But it was swollen, just like this, almost busting through the skin. And it just tipped off this. Somehow, it hit it just right. I don't know if you want to call it just right, but it just right didn't snap or snip that finger off of my glove. I thought I was going to see a mess. Well, as real men do it, they just wrap their sore little fingers in their little boo-boos and take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, what the deal was, I did that. I wrapped it up, took 2 aspirin, sat in the truck for 2 hours, said, hey, I need to get back to work, and that was it. Well, I couldn't go anywhere. I was on a reservation, 86 miles from, Dickerson, and that's where the nearest hospital was. So, after that, 2 days later, we finally head back, went to Dickerson Hospital, and showed him. The doctor said I did exactly what I was supposed to do. And sure enough, because I did it right, I can still use my fingers. Boy, I tell you what, there's some jobs out there you got to be safe about. And it was, you know, you got to figure. You know, if you're that tired, cold, hungry, accident's going to happen. So anyways, I just thought I'd let you know that little story. And man, I'll tell you what, there's some jobs out there you got to be safe on. Anyways, I just thought I'd tell you this little story. And haven't done it all, but I've done a lot. Anyways, subscribe, please. And don't forget to visit our sponsors. I'll talk to you later. JJ Quest for the JJ Quest Show. I'll see you later.